Angel Reese doesn't have talent. Well, Casey, that's not true. Angel Reese is amazing! She's a double-double machine! She's one of the top rebounders in the WNBA!
For 2 straight seasons, the league's marketing machine told us that Angel Reese was the engine driving women's basketball forward. On June 20th, the 2025 All-Star ballot turned that glossy poster into confetti. Overnight, the most publicized 30% shooter in modern hoops learned the hard way that fans don't vote for slogans, they vote for results. When Reese left LSU with a championship glare and a Bayou Barbie grin, brands stamped her face on every billboard they could rent. Forbes hailed her as a core catalyst of WNBA growth, listing her alongside league icons and predicting she would rewrite the economics of women's sports. Reebok rushed in with a multi-year deal, promising a signature shoe by 2026, unheard-of hardware for a rookie who had yet to log a pro minute. The league doubled down. Official WNBA channels stitched together every flex, wink, and post-game quote into viral clips designed to turn confidence into currency. Talk shows echoed the refrain. Reese wasn't just popular, she was the new face of the W. By the time she launched her own podcast, the narrative seemed complete. Fans were told explicitly and often that the future wore sky blue and number 5. Yet even in the middle of that media monsoon, a quieter counter-story brewed. Attendance spikes traced back to Indiana Fever road dates. Social media explorers noticed that Clark's highlights, not Reese's interviews, led Discover pages. And every time box scores popped up, Reese's line sat beside one stubborn number, 30.9% from the floor. But hype is comfortable. Numbers are cold, and numbers were about to speak louder than any billboard. The All-Star fan vote opened on June 7th. 13 days later, the first returns detonated the myth. Caitlin Clark, a sophomore still adjusting to double teams 30 feet from the rim, sat at 500,000 plus votes. Nafisa Collier followed at 484K. Aaliyah Boston clamped down third with 447,000. Angel Reese, 173,000 plus. The chasm wasn't a gap, it was a canyon. Context made it louder. League officials reported that total ballots were up versus 2024, wiping out any claim that people just forgot to log in. The voting mechanics gave supporters every advantage. Fans controlled 50% of the score, players and media 25% each. In other words, the largest microphone belonged to the crowd, and the crowd handed its microphone to Clark. How did the most advertised player in the sport finish outside the top 10? The answer lives where billboards don't. Rebounding wins possessions, but shooting wins games. Reese snatches boards at an elite clip, over 11 a night, but bricks nearly 7 of every 10 shots she takes. In a league where post players feast at 55+%, 30.9 feels like trying to shovel snow with a spoon. The inefficiency bleeds into every analytic. True shooting percentage, offensive rating, win shares. Clark's stat line, by contrast, reads like a prototype for modern guards. 19 points, 7 assists, 42% from the field, while stretching defenses with 30-foot gravity. She's also second in the league in fourth quarter scoring, a metric that replaces hype with heartbeat. And then come the comparables. Aaliyah Boston anchors the paint, shoots 50%, and still finds energy to swat shots. Kiki Iriafen, a rookie who entered camp without a sneaker deal or a catchphrase, is racking double-doubles and already banked 213K votes. Fans noticed. They always do. The verdict is simple. If your field goal percentage lands south of the Mendoza line, no amount of photo shoots can drag it north. Some pundits tried to spin the snub. They pointed to Reese's 4.6 million Instagram followers, her Reebok commercials, her viral quotes. But bots don't buy tickets, and casual scrollers rarely navigate to League Pass. Independent audits flagged suspicious spikes in follower counts, digital fluff that looks impressive in a pitch deck but evaporates in live gate revenue. Meanwhile, Clark's charisma brewed organically. No choreographed catchphrase, no forced bravado, just step-back threes, no-look lasers, and a grin that reads, "Did you really leave me that open?" Clips of her 32-foot buzzer beater against Phoenix hit 9 million views in 2 hours. Marketing departments couldn't replicate that if they storyboarded it for a year. Fans love confidence, but they love conversion rate more. Every wild Reese miss that thudded off back iron became instant meme fuel. Each Clark assist that threaded 4 arms lit up highlight packages. One player's misses make TikTok joke reels, the others make SportsCenter lead segments. Reese talked legacy, Clark quietly built one, brick by brick, 3 by 3. The All-Star ballot exposed something bigger than two athletes. It revealed a gap between what media markets sell and what fans trust. For months, analysts scolded viewers for ignoring Reese's supposed generational impact. But when the only gatekeeper was a digital vote button, the reasoning flipped. Proud WNBA supporters refused to rubber stamp a narrative that stats couldn't defend. Collier and Boston reinforced the pattern. Neither courts controversy, yet both flirt with 500,000 fan votes because their games leave receipts. Voters gravitate toward impact they can measure. Box score stuffing, defensive clamps, clutch buckets, not Instagram reels describing them. Leagues in growth mode can't afford credibility gaps. When fans sense spin, they retreat. The NBA learned that lesson in the early 2000s when marketing favored flash over fundamentals. The WNBA is tasting a lighter version now. The message? Tell us who's good, but prove it, or we'll decide ourselves. So, what does the modern WNBA star need? 3 pillars. 1. Versatility, offense, defense, creation. Check at least 2, excel at 1. Collier defends wings and scores inside. Boston rebounds and facilitates. Clark warps spacing at half court. 2-point efficiency. Volume is empty without conversion. Anything below 40% shooting for a front court player is quicksand. 3. Clutch proof. Highlights are great. Game closers earn loyalty. Clark's rookie game winners, Boston's late game blocks, and Collier's crunch time box outs all translate into repeat ticket sales. Reese can still fit that mold. She's 23, blessed with a motor and timing on the glass. Add a reliable 10-foot jumper, trim the forced post hooks, learn to pass out of doubles, and the rebounding rhetoric becomes resume gold instead of a punchline. The blueprint is there. The vote simply underlined it in neon. Fans just issued the WNBA a litmus test. Manufactured stardom, no matter how glossy, cannot outrank on-court impact. Reese's endorsements remain intact, her charisma intact, her platform massive. What changed is the perception that charisma can masquerade as dominance. For brands, the takeaway is to pair personality with performance. For the league, it's a reminder that organic heroes resonate louder than scripted ones. And for players chasing that all-star glow, the path is clear. Refine the craft, respect the efficiency, and the crowd will carry you. Clark didn't beg for the crown. She let the box score hand it to her. Reese can still chase it, but only if her game starts shouting louder than her marketing. So the next time a slogan tries to crown a superstar, remember June 20th. Remember 15,000 votes singing in unison. We decide who the face of the league is, and we choose the player who gets buckets. If you're riding the wave of real performances over empty promos, smash that subscribe, ring the bell, and drop Baby Goat in the comments. Your click tells the league that highlight reels start on the hardwood, not the Hollywood set. Stick around. Next up, we break down how a rookie named Paige Buchers cracked the top 10 with 0 national ads and a jump shot slicker than morning ice. Don't blink.